Hi, welcome back. Another story. Today I have one. It's called Why Should I Recycle? It is written by Jen Green, illustrated by Mike Gordon. Here's the front of the book, and here is the back. Why should I recycle? Why is it important to recycle? What do you think? Let's read it. Why should I recycle? In my family, we recycle our garbage. We return things so they can be used again. They recycle garbage? What is garbage? Garbage is things that you don't want, some waste, extra things. Some things can be used again. We didn't always recycle. We used to throw everything away. Look at all that stuff in the trash. On our way to school, we always passed Mr. Jones's house. Mr. Jones is our teacher. One day we saw him putting a special box with cans, bottles, and papers out by his gate. And we asked him, "What are you doing?" "This box," he said, "is for recycling. All these things are taken away and used again," said Mr. Jones. What does that mean, recycle? It means that they're going to make something new with it. In class, Mr. Jones asked us what we did with our trash. All those things that we throw away. We put it in the garbage can. It's just old garbage. Mr. Jones said garbage contained lots of useful things that can be recycled or used again. So in the garbage, there are lots of things. The garbage holds lots of different things, and some of them can be used again. So why should we recycle? Mr. Jones took the class to a recycling center. Have you ever been? There's one in my neighborhood. It's a place that's used to store glass, maybe some bottles, cans, cardboard, and they hold it there. They store it and they buy it even. And they're saving it to make new things. The recycling center. What do you think happens to all that glass that goes in here? It all gets broken down to make new shiny bottles. What does that mean, it gets broken down? They separate it into smaller pieces. They break it all up into smaller pieces. Then they have glass, new glass, and they can make new bottles. And guess what happens to all those cans that go in here? Asked Mr. Jones. What do you think? They get melted. They get melted down to make new metal things, such as bikes and maybe scooters. Wow. And what about the paper and plastic that goes in here and here? Mr. Jones asked. What do you think they do with all that paper? Well, the paper gets shredded and used to make new books, maybe even comic books. All these things come from garbage that we just throw away. They shred the paper up. It breaks it into little pieces, rips it up into little pieces. And they can make bags, paper bags, even paper that we write on at school. This plastic can be used to make all kinds of things. All those plastic bottles, including clothes. You might even be wearing some, said Mr. Jones. They can. They can use plastic to make some clothes. So why waste waste? Most of the garbage we put in the trash gets buried in dumps, and that spoils our countryside. All that land, the mountains and the green grass, the trees, where all the animals live, it will destroy the countryside if we put all that garbage in there. So what else can we recycle? Look at that, she's holding her nose. It would be pretty stinky too, huh? Would you want to live by all that garbage? Clothes, books, and toys that you don't want, they can all be taken to a second-hand store. You can take them to a store and they will sell them to other people. Or maybe you have a friend or a cousin, or you can give them to your little brother. The food that we buy at the supermarkets come in packages. They're all wrapped up, sometimes in plastic, maybe in a box. They can be used again too. Don't waste. Look at what they did with it. They took a jug and they put in some dirt and they decorated it and put a plant in there. They used it again. I told Mom and Dad about our trip to the recycling center. Now we buy recycled things at the store. It even will tell you on your packages that you are buying this that has been recycled. We always recycle the plastic bags too. We brought our own bags this time to the store. That helps too. You're recycling. You're using it again. We also recycle everything at home. Fruit and vegetable peelings, they get recycled on our new compost heap. What's a compost heap? They take all that material, all that food, and they put it in this big container. Sometimes they'll add some worms that help. And you know what it does? It makes fertilizer. It makes a really good soil that you can use to grow your vegetables. Compost all that spoiled food outside. You don't want it in your house, huh? A little bit stinky. But that helps vegetables to grow. Look, her mom won a prize. Prize-winning vegetables. Now we recycle so much garbage, there's hardly any left to put in the can. Recycling is kind to nature. It saves money and it's fun. It's fun to use things again in different ways. Look at, they've been using buckets they recycled to build sand castles. What a great idea. The end. So, what can you do to recycle? Think about some ways you can do some crafts. You can sort your glass and your garbage cans outside, not put them in the trash. Help us recycle and keep our land beautiful. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.